During his time locked up, Brazy had become increasingly disgruntled with his label Rap-A-Lot, aka Mob Ties, connected with Houston street legend J Prince Sr. and his son J Prince Jr. And HoneyKomb Brazy was apparently having issues with one artist in particular in their camp, Finesse2Tymes. Now, these two had previously been on good terms, with Brazy even shouting out 2Tymes in his Rap-A-Lot anthem track, Dead People, where he hangs out with the record label head J Prince Sr. in the music video and saying, Free 2Tymes, a reference to the fact that at the time, Finesse2Tymes was locked up since a 2017 charge stemming from an armed altercation. Brazy had also shouted out Finesse2Tymes numerous times on social media, and the two appeared to be very close, with Brazy even seemingly willing to take on 2Tymes' beef within the rap industry. For example, his beef with the rapper Moneybagg Yo that had been brewing for years.
Yeah, Finesse on dead. Love Finesse, they need to free Finesse for real. Love Finesse for real on my soul. I fuck with that boy. I fuck who I fuck with. That's just how I rock, man. I fuck who I fuck with. I'm a real. Like I don't say, I got smoke. I got my own smoke going on. I don't pick my business, so I expect to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you with me, get what? I fuck with you. If we on some music, if we on some rap, get what? We think gonna be on some rap. But now you want to be on the street, we gonna hop on the street. We gonna say D-Rap went on that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going on.
When Brazy got locked up in May 2021, Finesse2Tymes would post on his YouTube a video of Brazy rapping along to his song Tax Time, together with a description, Free HoneyKomb Brazy, Free Finesse2Tymes. Then, when Finesse2Tymes would be released in July 2022, Rap-A-Lot, aka Mob Ties, who had already been in talks with him while he'd been locked up, would go all out for him, organising a private jet to come and pick Finesse up after his release.
Weigh in.
With this whole ordeal soon after being publicised widely as part of a rollout for Finesse2Tymes' first release since being out, the music video for his song Get Even, where Finesse2Tymes can be seen hanging out in the studio with the son of J Prince Jr., who was the one seemingly behind the signing of Finesse. Only a few weeks after that, Finesse2Tymes would then drop his smash hit song Back End with a music video that now stands over 100 million views. And in the video, Finesse2Tymes can be seen flaunting his new label with his whole team rocking Mob Ties merch, while he's seen wearing a new Mob Ties chain together with other new jewelry, and accompanied once again by J Prince Jr. as Finesse2Tymes raps about how now he only messes with Mob Ties and nobody else. Soon after being home, Finesse2Tymes would also hop on Instagram Live with Brazy, who at the time was still being held in the Limestone Correctional Facility, with the two bigging each other up, while 2Tymes would go on to comment on fan criticism on why he hadn't been shouting out Brazy since he was released.
Is so gone. Bro, I love you, bro. I love you too, bro. You know this ain't gonna change, bro. Just cause we on live and just cause we in front of people, bro. Like this the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember the other day, bro, you hit me and you was saying shit about how people feel about me not shouting you. They don't understand that, like, we got a relationship outside of social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. They don't understand that you, Elliot, well, when I was down, you hear me? Yeah. You know, I ain't got a chance to really just care for you like I want to be because, like, and I want to tell you this in front of everybody, you hear me? Like, to come from 23 and 1 lockdown, bro, like, to this lifestyle, bro, taking me fast, bro, you hear me? I tell you this in front of everybody, because I love you, bro. Taking me fast, you hear me? Like, but I don't be not want to do it, it be just that. But it's so much going on so fast, and I'm trying to study this because, bro, you can get tricked at the position out here, bro. Yeah. And you gotta watch this with a close eye, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you come home, I'm really gonna sit you down and really help you understand, like, how you gotta dissect, bro. Like, and you gotta digest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do this. You gotta do this and watch. Yeah, for sure. You just do this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do this and watch. And by me being kind of held back them 5 years, kind of held me back. Like, I got some catching up to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I be having to watch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And really figure out what's going on. And not just in the streets and not just in the game for the rap industry, but around me too. It's brand new to me. So don't charge it to my heart, bro. I love you, bro. You hear me? You can get whatever from me, because when I was down, anytime you asked me for something, you were there for me, bro. You hear me? Yeah. So, you know how I go, busy, real love, though. You know it from the heart. You know what's up. I already know.
So these two had all of this history and seemed to be on good terms, but then one day, suddenly, everything would change, and HoneyKomb Brazy would seemingly have a change of heart, taking to Instagram to air his grievances, seemingly implying that he wasn't getting back the same love that he'd been giving out to 2Tymes when he was locked up, and saying that he was one of the main reasons that Finesse had signed to Mob Ties in the first place. Yet Brazy was still showing love to J Prince Sr., saying that he had kept it solid with him always, and was the reason that Brazy was still with the label. However, he would ultimately go on to drop a lot of shade on Rap-A-Lot Records, warning up-and-coming rappers from signing bad deals with labels. A few months later, someone from Brazy's inner circle would seemingly take to Instagram, further criticizing Rap-A-Lot for not supporting Brazy as they should have, even though Brazy had been nothing but loyal to them. The beef would then further escalate when Finesse2Tymes would not only become part of Rap-A-Lot aka Mob Ties, but would also join with Moneybagg Yo and his Bread Gang label, despite the fact that they were former ops, with Finesse2Tymes even publicly taking responsibility for their past beef and squashing it.
No matter what we went through, and I sit back and analyze everything that we had man-to-man conversations about, came true, and I was like, damn, I was wrong. But time had to show me that.
That's solid.
Time had to show me that we were wrong because I didn't understand. He had certain people around him like Zach Randolph and he had to show him. So he was trying to show me. He was trying to put me on point,
That's
bro.
real, but don't do that.
Bro, listen, he was trying to put me on point about the around me, about the game, about everything. And,
it's hard, boy.
But the whole time I'm looking at it like jailhouse.
Call that.
All this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push on.
Yeah, you thinking like you on some sauce. Boy, you on the money.
Time, he on point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, after that, HoneyKomb Brazy would then take to Instagram, where he would comment on the deal, saying how he bets that NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang would never do a song together, with the implication seemingly being that Finesse2Tymes and Moneybagg Yo weren't keeping it real and had squashed their beef and become friends purely for money and clout, while in contrast, Brazy's beefs were real life or death situations. Brazy would also post a bunch of screenshots from conversations between the two in 2021 when Brazy was still out, but 2Tymes was still locked up, apparently proving that Brazy had kept things real when the roles were reversed. He would even show how his mother had been wearing a free Finesse2Tymes shirt, and then, in July 2023, a few months before Brazy would be released from prison, Finesse2Tymes' career would take a major hit, as allegations would surface of him allegedly snitching on his co-defendant back in the day, with YouTube snitch identifier 1090 Jake amplifying the claims of the alleged co-defendant in that case on Instagram, ironically writing on his story how his DMs were looking brazy whilst posting the pictures that somebody close to the co-defendant had sent him of the paperwork. Finesse2Tymes, on the other hand, would reply denying any claims of snitching, and he would also further explain how he believed the paperwork was fake because he'd been a juvenile at the time the alleged crime had taken place, and thus nobody could possibly have access to any paperwork about him from that period of time. At the time, 1090 Jake indeed did have no access to the actual paperwork. He had just been sent it, but he would still state during a DJ Vlad interview that he believed that paperwork to indeed be real, and that he had personally put in a request to get the original reports from the Memphis law enforcement.
I requested the paperwork. They told me it would take 6 months to get. I had to actually get somebody in Tennessee to do it because in Tennessee, you have to be a state resident to request any paperwork. But yeah, that's not fake.
But while it would take Jake all the way until March 2024 to finally get the paperwork and put out a video confirming it, once again letting the world know that Finesse2Tymes had indeed told on his co-defendants and had even been charged as an adult in the case, by this point the damage to Finesse2Tymes' reputation had already been done a long time before that, with other paperwork specialists like Wack100 also coming out to call Finesse2Tymes a snitch publicly, whilst having conversations with his co-defendants on Clubhouse. Now, rap fans and other rap culture personalities like DJ Academics would also clown on Finesse2Tymes, relentlessly calling him the hilarious nickname Confess2Tymes. Therefore, once HoneyKomb Brazy was released in November 2023, he would have one more reason to diss Finesse2Tymes and Rap-A-Lot aka Mob Ties, who had signed him to a deal. On his first Instagram live after being freed, HoneyKomb Brazy would attack Rap-A-Lot Records by sarcastically asking where his private jet was to pick him up from jail, referring to that red carpet treatment that Finesse2Tymes had received from Rap-A-Lot after he got out. Brazy would also call 2Tymes a rat.
I see Alabama. I don't see nothing else right now. What in the going on? Y'all done land a plane for this big rat. He built that sis ass. More your ass like booty house, boy. You know that, dog. Up back. So you converting over Muslim, boy. Ain't nothing finna stop what's going on. Like you converting over Muslim when I come home. Everybody trying to get cool Rollo. They think Rollo finna stay in the industry. This what going on, man. Listen, boy, God on stage. I ain't lying. So they going Muslims now. These guys, that's what these pirates do. It's just like that in prison. Like I just left prison. On my grandma, you leave prison, go to prison, they be pious. Scary as what they do, go Muslim.
But it was that incident with the private jet that had clearly left HoneyKomb Brazy feeling some type of way, and he would soon clown Finesse2Tymes once again during another Instagram live, claiming that his jet had never even left the ground and saying that it was all a publicity stunt, whilst also hilariously describing his own first ever flight experience. With this explanation perhaps telling more about Brazy's inexperience with flying rather than whether 2Tymes had indeed pulled off a publicity stunt.
Do y'all know that Finesse got out? Listen, When he got out of jail, he was on a jet, right? Y'all know the jet never left the ground.
Ain't no way. My
It would
HoneyKomb
never
stupid.
been in the air. You hear me? It never left the ground. It was all
I gotta ask no
it
love
was
that.
all
I'm gonna ask no love that the jet leave the ground, y'all. I'm sure no love would know the answer to that. I think HoneyKomb is bullshitting.
the whole boy, I swear to God. He hopped in the jet and really shot a video and then walked down this like he really did been in the air. Like he signing papers and boy, you ain't never fly in your life. One thing I'll tell you about, let me tell you about it. Ain't no in the world hopping on that plane for the first time and they just like normal with it. No seatbelt on. Ain't got nothing signing. Man, I swear to God, my first time hop on the plane, go what I did. Boy, with that seatbelt there, I don't know what the going on. I'm
Man,
buckling
seatbelt is
up
not gonna
like
save you on
they
that
trying to
plane.
look for extra scraps. You hear me? This my first time on a plane, man. I'm buckling up. I'm scared as I'm ears popping this thing like he in the outside of the papers. They got no headphones in the ear. You know you on that plane, you gotta put headphones in your ear to stop the little noise. All this shit. You hear me?
No, you
Man,
don't, bro.
they did none of that. Nigga fresh out his jet, acting like he in and out, signing paper, jumped down this man, boy, so goddamn, oh my God.
Soon after getting out, HoneyKomb Brazy would release his first new song titled Respect, along with a fresh music video, with both the song and video being clear disses aimed towards Finesse2Tymes. The music video itself was influenced by popular horror movies like Halloween, with HoneyKomb Brazy wearing the mask of the movie's main character Michael Myers, whilst his crew were wearing jigsaw masks from the Saw movie series and the masks of Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. Brazy would begin the song by calling Finesse2Tymes a piece of pork, basically saying that he's a cop due to the alleged snitching, whilst also asking him, why are you trying to get in my skin, which is essentially a reference to the fact that Finesse2Tymes kind of took HoneyKomb Brazy's place in Rap-A-Lot Records while he was locked up. He would continue rapping how somebody is trying to finesse him and how he's from Alabama, so he gives no F's about the clan, with this line being a slick double entendre that refers to both the actual Ku Klux Klan that has a long and dark history in Alabama, whilst also making a reference to Finesse2Tymes and his crew, which is called Da Clan, a bizarre choice of name for your crew, with Finesse2Tymes even having an enormous chain of the crew's logo that actually portrays 3 Ku Klux Klan members being hanged. Now, the song and the music video then ends with a scene where Brazy and his partners are seemingly killing somebody or burying a body, while Brazy repeats the line, I see dead people, they like he ain't got no common sense, Finesse he would have died if I ain't linking with J Prince. Now, this line refers to specific events that Brazy claims happened while the two were still cool, with Finesse2Tymes allegedly calling Brazy scared from prison that a big-time gangster in Memphis was going to kill him, after which Brazy would allegedly link 2Tymes up with J Prince, who would put in a call and make that threat against 2Tymes go away. Therefore, after repeating the line and describing these events, Brazy would even go on a monologue imitating Finesse2Tymes calling him about that matter. Brazy would then hop on Instagram Live once again to talk more about his relationship with Finesse2Tymes, going on a long rant where he explained more about how 2Tymes is scared to go back to prison and how the last time Brazy had to come and save him whilst having actual killers after him.
Hey, y'all ain't ready to give up that lifestyle. Oh my grandma, these niggas ready to give up that lifestyle. You think these man, listen, you think these ready to go do some more time, boy? That ass out of there, man. Like some real shit and not going back to jail. Boy, you had it hard the first little bit. I had to come save him it. Wah. You hear me? I ain't got time over no broke ass for real. We got rock money, we got trap money over here. We ain't studying that. You was real scared. See what I'm saying? You were real scared, real pot, real activities. And I supposed to read that shit, but I'm so screwed. That real, you locked up already. They got you scared in the cell. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? I got real water. I got real smoke in the street. I'm out here trying to make sure you straight.
He would also say that he's the person that put Finesse2Tymes on, implying that it was him that put Finesse in contact with the J Prince family, as well as explaining how he had still been sending money to 2Tymes' books, even after his grandparents were killed, which is why Brazy got mad after 2Tymes would seemingly imply during their jail call that he was just testing Brazy to see if he was solid.
I pitch you on. Boy, you know what's going on. You wasn't talking about nothing. You hear me? You wasn't talking about nothing, Finesse. You was ass. You was out of there. You was dead. You was finna get I'm sending you money after my grandma don't get killed. So you know I'm with you. You see what I'm saying? So y'all telling me I'm mad and I'm
I ain't gonna lie, but you know, considering what happened to Brazy, mama, daddy got killed. Well, grandmama and granddaddy got killed. And he still sent Finesse some money after that, then you know it was genuine. You know, why Finesse didn't return the favor, I don't know. He said he was. I know if the shoe was on the other foot and a nigga did that for me, I'm gonna break the door down, return the favor. Not to say that Finesse wasn't gonna do it. He just probably was busy or moving how he was moving. Just because I said I'd break the door down don't mean that, Finesse is wrong or nothing. I'm just talking about how I move.
I ain't tripping. So silent. I ain't tripping. You heard me? I ain't tripping at all, man. My grandma them dead, gone. That boy hit me up, I'm still. Yeah, here you go. It real love. You feel me? I ain't even tripping. I'm going through real shit. So about me, yeah, you supposed to know it real love. And you get out and say some shit like I'm testing you. Well, test your don't test no real like me. Know what I'm saying? You don't test no who holds you down. You testing me. Wait. But yeah, so funny.
Brazy would also make fun of 2Tymes for getting liposuction surgery, something that Finesse's ex-girlfriend would reveal about him after a breakup, with both the
BBJ.
girlfriend and Brazy clowning 2Tymes with the common trope in rap culture, claiming that any weight loss surgery for a man is essentially a male BBL, with Finesse 2Tymes responding to these allegations by humorously stating that when he pops back out, they're going to be calling him Finesse2Fine. And finally, Brazy would imply that his crew, RN4L, had ran into J Prince Jr.'s Mob Ties crew in a nightclub and that guns had been drawn, as well as saying that as long as Finesse 2Tymes is with the label, Brazy won't associate with Mob Ties.
I swear to God, up on everybody. On my grandma grave, we went to test, we upped on everybody, man. What did you talking about? This on my grandma, we in the club with the we upped on everybody. Everybody, the Mob Ties, rapper like it really got real with me up there. Playing, we upped on the whole club. This on my grandma, I ain't just talking RN4L business. You see what I'm saying? I'm really like that. You don't even know what's going on. I don't give a about nothing in real life, man. You with it wrong, all them they got you wrong like you silent, want me to, I ain't with that shit. No, my grandma ain't with that shit. I'd never go back up there alone, you wrong.
Now, Brazy clearly wanted all of the smoke around this time, and he would continuously hop online to air his grievances with Finesse 2Tymes and the label Rap-A-Lot, particularly J Prince Jr. and his Mob Ties venture. Now, this would get Finesse 2Tymes' brother No Love to hop on Instagram to say that he was going to expose HoneyKomb Brazy.
Turn my shit up, man. I'm finna expose this.
He would then explain how Brazy had indeed been putting money on Finesse 2Tymes' books while he was locked up, but he would call the amounts given petty, although they would seemingly count up to thousands of dollars, which he would think would go a long way in prison. He would then go on to claim that Finesse 2Tymes was going to return the favor once he was out, while Brazy was still locked up, but Brazy himself had apparently been too impatient, something that Finesse 2Tymes would take as an insult.
So boom, so I guess he's supposed to send bro like 1,200, 15, some little pet ass. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Bro was finna send him some little bread and shit when he was locked up, but made it seem like bro owe him like he come like, man, well bro, you taking too long, bro. Like bro about to send him something, bro, you taking too long, woo, like bro or something. So bro said, so past that.
Strangely, he would then seemingly imply that Brazy was because he had sat on the back seat when he had been picked up from prison.
Man, homie, you come home, jump in the back seat, in the seat. You jump in the back seat, in the middle. You ain't getting the front, none of that shit. These folks don't get no about you. You talking about your mama went out there, your changed on you. Listen, man, I'm finna break this down, man.
He would also explain how he had in fact been messing with a girl from Alabama who lived on the same street as HoneyKomb Brazy's mother, saying how he had personally seen the bullet holes on Brazy's mother's house that had resulted from the attacks of DD Southall shooters, and then going on to claim that Brazy had ran away to Birmingham whilst leaving his grandparents to die in Mobile.
How you gonna come out of jail trying to get on some gangster shit, knowing you are like, come on, bro. I'm gonna tell you how my experience from the like, I used to this little in Alabama, like her folks stayed like 2-3 houses down from his mama house. You see what I'm saying? I'm outside his mama house on the curb looking at the house. I see bullet holes in this shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, fool, them folks really sliding on you out there, fool. Your ass went to Birmingham because you didn't want to go to Mobile. Cause them folks gonna stank your ass. Real talk, fool. Your grandma, your granddaddy dead, fool. You out here playing, fool.
He would then say that he was going to smack Brazy before absurdly saying how he knew from the start that Brazy wasn't straight, before straight up admitting that Finesse 2Tymes had in fact finessed Brazy out of his money.
Man, whoop your ass, bro. Gonna spank your ass, bro. You playing, then you playing games, you throwing threats out. You know what I'm saying? All that over some little money. I knew you weren't straight. You hear me? Man, you sent your little 1,200, your little 1,500, you got Finesse, man. You know what I'm saying? You just like one of these ratchet, man, funky foot dragging, black feet ass out here. You reached out to a real Memphis in jail on some group ass and chalked your ass. Yeah. Now get it in blood. You talking about, yeah, talk your ass. Yeah, you got Finesse.
Brazy wouldn't take long to respond, as he was hopping on lives constantly at this point, even going on live straight from the toilet, whilst commenting on how No Love's Mob Ties chains was in fact Brazy's old chain.
Oh, really? No, you real life. Man, how you got one Mob Tie chain on your neck that ain't even yours? That my old chain, fool. You know that? Do you know that my old Mob Tie chain? Show me the back end. You ain't got a balk. You ain't got a balk.
He would also say that if anyone ever tried to smack him, they're going to meet their end with their hands still in the air.
Ever, man, look, you ever raise your, you gonna die like this, huh? I swear you gonna die trying to smack me. I promise you gonna be like dead. Soon you die like this. Then how you gonna die?
Instead, Brazy would claim that his friend had in fact smacked J Prince Jr. so hard he had ended up anime style at the other end of the room, and that J Prince Jr. had apparently not retaliated in any way after the smack.
Man, ain't no way J Prince Jr. Ain't no way his tough ass got slapped by a little nigga that be with Brazy. I've been heard it, but let's hear what Brazy got to say and tell me what y'all think about it. Man, not mob ties, not Junior. And ain't nobody get shot.
On blood, this on my grave. I wish I went I get on my knees right now. Bruh, this on my grandma grave. This on my dead little brother. This on like my grandma, my granddaddy. So I put it on J Prince. I put it on Senior. My little from Mississippi smacked the fuck out of Junior. Oh my grandma. Listen, you got that chain on somebody smacking me.
The man said he put it on J Prince Sr. that his partner smacked the hell out of Junior. J Prince Sr.'s son. Man, this nigga HoneyKomb Brazy crazy, man. This nigga crazy, man. Damn, Junior, what you got to say about that? Man, ain't no way. Mob time, Houston, Texas.
When I went to Shank him, I add Lil Shank on this. Junior came with that drunk like he all that. Whoa! Oh my grandma, boy, we don't even play like that. Don't never do that. Get what Junior said? Flew to the door. That flew to the other side of the door on my grandma's grave. Flew. I like that little right there. Yeah, I like that. I know you do like him. Oh my grandma, I know you do like him. Cause we.
Man, ain't no way that man get Junior. J Prince Jr. Hey man, report to the front of the classroom. Ain't no way you let a nigga with HoneyKomb slap you. And you talking about, yeah, I like that little nigga. Yeah, I like that little nigga. Man, look. Man, they would need a surgeon to get my foot out that little nigga ass. And if it's the same little nigga that I seen in that other video, hey Brazy, man, you'd have been paying for some immediate surgery if your little nigga would have slapped me. I like him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I would have showed you how much I like him. Like his ass in ICU.
Really like that. What the you nigga think?
Brazy would also say that he lost all respect for J Prince Jr. after letting people in his camp talk bad about his grandparents.
Yeah, J Prince Jr., like he lost all his respect for me. I ain't got no more respect for him. I got no more respect for him, bro. Like real shit. You let these boys talk my grandma and granddad on live home, then with a ball tie chain on, like they standing on business, like for real home. Like that what we on, Junior?
He would also respond to the claim that Finesse2Tymes had finessed him by saying that he kept logs of all of their conversations that showed 2Tymes had actually begged him for money, as well as pointing out he was already a very successful artist at the time, so he would have had no need to try and get clout off Finesse2Tymes, who had been locked up for several years at this point, and pointing out the fact that Finesse2Tymes and No Love had in fact been on very bad terms at the time, with the brother even dissing 2Tymes when he first got home.
And you talking about finesse me out some money, and boy, I was a real with your brother. That boy, I got messages, the boy begging the fuck out of me. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I disagree with No Love on that. You know, that ain't no finesse. That's just some real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga fucking with another real nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
Say, you know, I keep everything. I don't know why y'all go that with Brazy. Like, I don't keep all the dirt. You know I keep all the dirt. I got your brother saying all type of shit for them. You don't need nothing. You just need me. We locked in. I don't got to lock in with your brother. I was already blowing up. Your brother locked up. He had about 2 years left. How the f*** I'm using him for clout? He got 2 years left to do. And then on the street blowing up, got a video of J Prince going viral. And I don't need this. I'm turning down bad features and everything. How the f*** I needed your brother? How? How the hell did I need your? Now your brother misled us. All that ass. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. They want to kill me. You can't f*** them. They shot little Marcus. I don't know none of these, man. You hear me? I don't know none of them. Naming, bro, like what I'm capping for.
Boy, I kept it real with home. You told y'all finesse me by me sending your some money when y'all wasn't even sending him no money. Your brother was telling me he cut you off. You but forgot you were dissing your brother when he first got out. This your brother. This y'all got the same mama, but you fake, you flawed. This ain't real. He got everybody else running with him but you. That man said, he told me I don't know. He can die. I kill my brother. This on my grandma.
Indeed, it seemed that Finesse2Tymes and his brother's relationship had plenty of problems of their own, because some weeks later, 2Tymes' partners would allegedly beat his own brother up
Oh
at their
shit, here we
Airbnb,
go.
with the brother hopping back on live to comment on.
Ain't no love. Look, I did not know this part was gonna be in this video, but you already know I cannot ignore this USA Today ass size golf ball on your head. As I stated in the previous video about this night, I know Finesse your brother, but if Finesse was my brother and he gave somebody the order or permission to do that to me, man, do you know how many helicopters, extra nurses, doctors, they would need doctors from England, Canada, Ireland. Man, they would have needed the doctor that used to do Kobe Bryant knee surgery. Man, they would have needed all kind of motherfuckers for assistance. Man, do you know what I would have done if some niggas did that to me? Let me hit play, man.
The matter with a large knot on his head where he's seemingly been hit.
So we out here in Miami, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get straight to it, you know what I'm saying? Me and bruh had some words, some disagreements. I'll let that be known.
That's how you tell a Memphis nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Later, and I'm gonna upload the footage of what just happened. As you can see, I got a knot on my head. You hear me? Y'all share these junk, bro. My own brother, bro. You hear me? And the reason behind this, I ain't gonna even say it on live right here. I'm gonna just let y'all know what happened, cuz. Come on, cuz. Man, that man let his own jump me, cuz. What you know let his own jump him, bro? Come on, man. That shit ain't straight, fool. Ain't no more F and G with me. Don't say nothing to me about no Finesse2Tymes. No, none of that shit. Bro, I'm standing on it this time, bro.
Meanwhile, Brazy had also been continuing to diss J Prince Jr., shouting out all of the poppin' Alabama rappers on his story, including No Cap and Rilo, that he had previously had problems with, saying that they don't need no record labels. Seemingly staying true to his earlier conviction of not getting into beefs with other Alabama rappers, whilst also telling J Prince Jr. to pull up and that he was going to smack his whole head off. Now, it seems that things were increasingly escalating towards a real confrontation that could get somebody hurt. Moreover, HoneyKomb Brazy's beefs between his label were getting him into altercations with other people close to him, like one of his main cameramen, Cash Jundi, who was behind many of his latest music videos, with the two gathering millions and millions of views together, as at the time, Brazy was truly on the run of a lifetime when it came to his music career during this period. However, Brazy was getting frustrated, as according to him, the label was only sending him beats and cameramen, but no money that everyone else was seemingly making off his music. And this frustration would then seemingly boil into a real-life altercation, where Brazy would punch one of the people in the production team while taking off with Jundi's camera.
I'm sweet. Listen, I just had to knock him out on deck. On my grandma grave just dropped me. Like, I don't even play like that. And he had to come out the room behind me. I'm gone. Listen, I got some pressure built up. Man, I swear to God, I got some pressure built up, boy. Man, I'm going through it for real, y'all. I'm just street. I'm just really like, I know how to get some money out of the street, so I don't really be. But man, these folk playing, man.
Man, why you got, that's what I don't be like. When nigga gets some new jewelry, man, they got to do. Man, you ain't got shit in your motherfucking head, man. Shit on your motherfucking chin, man. Come on, HoneyKomb, man. You say you a gangster, man. You ain't gotta be doing all this. Man, you acting like a nigga that ain't never had shit, man. Come on, bro. Put your hand down, man, and talk.
People got look, I'm on some for real. I ain't even feeling like really. I got a video I just shot yesterday. I want to drop the whole day, but I only want to drop it because I feel like these is eating. They just eating off, and they paying me with my own goddamn money, man. Like ain't nobody standing on business, bro. Now I ain't not Cash Judah. I was finna drop his ass too, though. But I had not the other dude out. I got your camera right here, boy. I got your camera with me still. I'm gonna give you camera back though, but I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm just mad, bro. I swear to God, I'm mad, bro. These folks playing with a then they sending you, they bringing all these cameramans all the time, and it like y'all just want me to, they sending me beats. This all they doing, sending me instrumentals and sending me cameramans. Instrumental, cameraman, instrumental, cameraman. Where that bag at, man?
But then, something would happen right when Brazy was seemingly spiraling out of control, as Brazy would announce that he had had a very long FaceTime call with J Prince Sr. It had always been clear that while HoneyKomb Brazy had many grievances with Rap-A-Lot and mob ties, he always had an enormous amount of respect for J Prince Sr., even in the midst of this latest feud, as he had even said on his recent lives.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all if I love J Prince. Like, the power, that power, man. I love power. The power real, like, I'm pop normal. Y'all ask Pop. Pop talk to me. We always talk. Pop no Brazy got their own mind.
Therefore, it's no surprise that J Prince Sr. had major pull with HoneyKomb Brazy, and after this conversation, Brazy would then seemingly do a complete 180, taking full responsibility and apologizing for his beef with J Prince Jr., even saying that they needed to meet face to face and settle their differences for good. Unfortunately, Brazy's other beefs, like the one with Finesse2Tymes his brother, was still very much active, and despite getting into a beef with his own brother, No Love still had his eyes on Brazy, who had been clowning him relentlessly after the altercation.
They got footage. Man, how you get the footage? So you get your ass beat up and you record at the same time? Boy, you're different. Boy, you the real police. You is the real deal.
No Love was also likely seeing all the recent media attention around their beef being a way for him to launch his own rap career, and so he would drop his own diss song towards HoneyKomb Brazy titled I Want Blood. The video begins with large text on screen reading Mobile, Alabama, 5:55 p.m. It then cuts to a man being carried to a potential grave in a forest, the clear implication being that the man being carried is HoneyKomb Brazy. And the theme of the music video is likely a reference to Brazy's music video for his 2Tymes diss song titled Respect, which also features Brazy and his crew seemingly killing a man in a forest. Later in the video, No Love can be seen eating a HoneyKomb brand cereal, a clear reference to Brazy, who himself has posted pictures of these cereals numerous times, with the front album cover for his HoneyKomb Hideout project even portraying a cereal box. Now, the reception for the song would be generally pretty good, with many people being surprised at just how good Finesse2Tymes' brother was at rapping, but Brazy wasn't impressed, once again clowning No Love during his many Instagram lives.
Boy, they have no milk. I'm blow for real, though. You keep on handling yourself on the internet. Then you ate the cereal for real. Then you really eating the cereal. Eat prop cereal. Ooh, better eat prop cereal and everything. This different. Boy, you different, though, Lord. Boy, you different. Like, I swear to God, I throw you something, bro. Like, on some real. You ain't gotta be living like that, bro.
And in retaliation to this, No Love would pull a very bold move considering Brazy's reputation. HoneyKomb Brazy's mother had been living in Houston at the time, but this was not supposed to be public knowledge. Yet somehow, No Love would run into Brazy's mother, capturing their encounter on video. No Love would claim that his intention was to meet Brazy's mother and squash the beef between their camps, showing that all is love. And he would therefore approach Brazy's mother with open arms, with the two being seen exchanging a hug.
How you doing, ma, dude? What's up with it? Come on, you know what's going on, ma, dude? Let me give you a hug. Hold on. What's wrong with these folks, man? What's wrong with them, man? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. It's all good. You hear me? It's all good. You hear me? That's all I want to say. You hear me? It's all good, ma, dude. You hear me? Yeah. It's all good.
However, in reality, this was obviously a way of No Love to show HoneyKomb Brazy that he knew where his mother was and that she was in a vulnerable position, which would become obvious in the way that he would then describe their meeting on social media, even clowning Brazy for having his mother driving a box Chevy and staying in a hotel, while then ironically stating how their problems had been cleared. Many fans would share the sentiment that No Love was playing a very dangerous game at this point, especially given what had happened to HoneyKomb Brazy's grandparents, with any threat towards his family likely causing Brazy to go crazy. Brazy's mother would then go on live herself, explaining the altercation and saying that No Love didn't do anything extra and had only been friendly during that interaction.
But I go to the store, the first person, I'm gonna be on, I know I'm gonna be on camera, on live, all that shit. I go straight to the store. I promise. I'm gonna just be straight up because I'm a female. If this dude wanted to do anything to me, hurt me, he could have hurt me, killed me, anything. He didn't do nothing but hug me and show me love.
But HoneyKomb Brazy, on the other hand, was not fooled, and he would comment on the situation on his Instagram story, saying that what No Love did was unforgivable given what had happened to his grandparents. However, No Love would seemingly soon have a change of heart, perhaps realizing that this behavior wasn't winning him any fans, as he would then go on live again to explain the beef from his end, claiming that someone close to him had made a disrespectful post taunting Brazy's grandparents from his Instagram account, as well as sharing how close his own relationship was with his grandparents, therefore suggesting that he would never do anything to disrespect Brazy's grandparents.
I didn't win at a ass, fool, but I can't sleep, fool, knowing knowing that what was said on that story about your grandma and them, bro, that man typed it on my phone, bro. You hear me? That's on my dead grandma, bro. Rest her soul, bro. When he posted it, I ain't feel it, bro. You hear me? I could have deleted it, fool, but I'm telling y'all now, fool, because I feel like I've been played on, fool. I feel like use me, fool. Like, don't even with me. I don't care if I got no security out here or if it flush me out here like these facts, bro.
But while all this beef was going on, Brazy continued racking up millions of streams, and there was even rumors that he had signed a deal with Birdman and Cash Money Records, as the two were seen spending time together. And they would even do a song together called Dis Dat. Unfortunately though, just about a month after being freed and releasing back-to-back singles, all garnering millions of views, things would once again come crashing down on HoneyKomb Brazy. As another serious case would land, only this time things would get federal.